What's up, everybody? Glad to be bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified review. This review, we're back at it with Python Patrol. And with Python Patrol, beside the bats, are the good old Cobra Viper. Let's talk about it. So I got the Python Viper from Hasbro Pulse in the mail today, hence this review. And this is a figure that, much like the bat, I had previously pre-ordered from Target. And we all know how that goes, right? The pre-order from Target, people are still waiting on their pre-orders. Many people, including myself, have canceled those pre-orders a long time ago saying, to hell with this. Why is this taking so long? And only within the last, week and a half or so, we're starting to see pictures online of people that have went into their local Targets and found just 6 deep, in some cases, of Outbacks, bats, Python Patrol Vipers. And I can only assume these are the canceled pre-orders. I mean, I guess that's what you do, to send what you got in your distribution centers instead of the customers that previously pre-ordered, send them to your local stores. How this has been so mismanaged on Target side or Hasbro side, I have no idea. But that doesn't matter. We are here to review this figure today, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to cut over, and we're going to look at it, discuss it, break it out of the package, and we're going to talk about it some more. So see you there. Here we are, the Cobra Viper in Python Patrol colors. Now, of course, again, this was a Target exclusive line. It did show up on Hasbro Pulse, pardon me, and that's where a lot of us elected to get it. I ordered mine late in the game, was still able to get it with very little issue. And yeah, so of course we've got the Python Patrol logo right there front and center. It's a nice logo. It's a nice updated logo. And of course we've got the very lovely artwork of the Viper, which I believe is the same picture they used on the actual Cobra Viper V1 that we got. Man, remember that? Whenever the first Viper came out and we were all going crazy trying to find it. Again, a Target issue almost exclusively. And of course on the side we have the same artwork, just kind of done in those Python Patrol colors. And of course, if we flip it to the back, we have this jungle scene again, which they've been doing these special types of scenes for Target exclusives, and I like it. I mean, there's no other figures or any of that, but it's kind of a neat design. So I get it. Jungle, Python, I get it. Tiger Force, yada yada. And of course, on the side, we have number 42 in the series, and we have what again they are calling their new file card. And I suppose this means something about infantry. This is, munitions, fighting. Not very good at any of this stuff, really. It's a 2, a 2, a 1. And what we got here? A moon, so maybe night ops or stealth. We'll go with that. And of course, it is number 42 in the series. And again, this figure was announced over a year ago. That is why we are seeing it in the traditional plastic packaging with the open window front. But let me get a second to take this guy out, and we'll start talking about him once he's released from his plastic prison. Okay, free from the plastic prison, we have the Cobra Python Patrol Viper. And I'm surprised because I didn't realize I actually don't have a Cobra Viper anymore. I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but at one point I said, with all the craziness that was happening with the line, how hard it was to collect it, I said I was done with it, so I got rid of all my Joes. And I've slowly started coming back into the classified line, kind of just picking up a few here and there. So I actually don't have a regular Viper to compare this to. Now I do have the Viper 3-pack on the way. I should get it tomorrow or the next day, so I'll be doing a video review. Look for that soon. Haha, free plug to myself. But that being said, I grabbed a quick screenshot to review, and this is essentially the same figure. There's nothing different other than one missing accessory. So let's just talk about the accessories and dive into it a little bit. But first, it's the standard Viper body. There is literally zero difference. It's just like the vintage. It's a repaint of the original, and it's a nice figure. I mean, there's a reason these figures are, people like their Vipers. That's their kind of, besides the Cobra Bat, that's the de facto troop builder, right? Is the Cobra Viper and the Bat, basically. So makes perfect sense for Hasbro to re-release these guys to get the most out of their molds. So same standard joints as you've seen on the regular Viper, not pinless, but blends in very well because of the design. But yeah, you know, your hinged hips and all that jazz. You know, can do the splits, all that fun stuff that you'll never do with your figures if you're like me, but it can be done. So the big thing about this is the accessories or lack thereof, depending on your viewpoint. So much like the Cobra Bat, Python Patrol Bat, Hasbro cut some corners. And the reason I believe would be is because they've added more deco, these stripes specifically, and that costs more money, right? So they try to cut things out. With the Cobra Python Bat, we saw they removed the additional chest piece and the additional head, which to me seemed like too much of a cut. And with the Python Patrol Viper, they have cut out the neckerchief that is on the standard Viper. That was on the original V1 release. So they get rid of that. Okay, but everything else has pretty much stayed the same. And what else is that? First, we have the backpack with the yellow canisters, the red Cobra logo, the rope, and of course that plugs just directly into the back with no issues whatsoever. Boom, right in. So excellent to report that. I've said it before, said it again. I like it when my figures are able to hold their weapons and accessories. Of course, we have the completely useless but always necessary Cobra Viper goggles, which we will slide right onto the head. Maybe we'll slide them onto the head. Ooh, these are not wanting to fit on there the way I thought they would. So there we go. Like I said, I think it's kind of a running joke is why do Cobra Vipers need goggles? They don't. It's that simple. So there we go. And of course we have his sidearm. Just a simple pistol, which goes into this holster. Got a side holster for your handgun. And fits in very snug and perfect. Excellent. And finally, you get this weird assault rifle, plasma rifle. I don't know what they wanted to go with. This is kind of back to those early designs where they used the Nerf gun. So you can probably find this in your local store as a Nerf gun. But there's that. And then, of course, it comes with a ammo clip that simply plugs in. That simply plugs in if you do it the right way. There we go. And there you have it. And of course you can put that in his hand. Hasbro, if you are listening, and I'm sure you're not, because why would you listen to me? I'm just some other dweeb on... Oh, there went the... goggles. Sorry, had a brain fart there for a second. Wow, I am doing a great job of not letting him hold this. There we go. So, Hasbro, if you're listening, if you just randomly came across my channel, please give us some extra... I'm sorry, I'm taking this over here so I can see it and stop trying to look through the camera. If you're listening, please give us more than one set of hands. We're not asking much. We're a simple fandom. You know, if other brands can give extra hands, come on, you guys can too. You can do that. Especially with what you're charging us. You can afford to throw an extra set of hands in. Not every figure that we own has to have a trigger hand on each hand. I'm sorry. Wow, I am doing great over here, folks. See, here's the thing. I don't really edit these videos. I had someone actually say I should do a better job editing. And, you know, they're right. I should edit it a little bit more and, you know, prep a little bit more. But at the same time, I kind of like the real deal. If I'm sitting here having issues with putting a gun in a Viper's hand, you know, I'm probably not the only person having an issue putting a gun in a Viper's hand, right? So I got it in there. We're going to bring him back around. And of course, there he is. And the goggles that fell off, we're just going to gently set back on his head. So yeah, there we go. You can see it in the hand now. It's a nice figure. It's a great figure. Do you need this figure? Probably not. You know, if you went this long without it, unless you just have a hardcore desire for Python Patrol, which I never had Python Patrol as a kid. So I don't even, off the top of my head, I can't remember any of my friends that had Python Patrol. Every one of my friends had the V1 Viper. I can't think of anybody. Nobody had a Crimson Guard. Nobody had well, there was no Bat. Nobody had any of the officers that I can think of, or the Cobra Troopers, which are also coming out soon. Nobody had them. It was just everybody had the original V1 Viper. So I've kind of carried that over. I have this figure because I don't have a regular Viper, but I'm glad I have it. But I'm more looking forward to the Viper 3-pack because that's closer to the original that I had the first time in the classified line. But yeah, I mean, if you see it in the stores, maybe play the long game on it. Maybe, you know, if it's true and a lot of the stores are getting these multiples of Tiger Force Outback, Python Bat, Python Viper, you know, they might set for a while and you might be able to get them at a discount. I don't know. It's just kind of up to you. If you think whatever the price Target puts on them, $27.99 or $24.99 or, you know, $22.99 and under, I say, yeah, go ahead and pick one up if you don't have one. That'd be my opinion. If I saw it on the shelves, I'd grab one. $24.99, $27.99, I'm probably going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait and see if we can get that at the $20 or under mark. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me for the review of the Cobra Python Viper. Again, here he is. Appreciate you checking it out. Drop me a comment down below. Are you going to get it? Are you going to play a long game? If you see it, are you going to grab it because it's your first one or you had it when you were a child? Let me know in the comments below. Also, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Please check that subscribe box. Check all notifications. I've been posting a lot of videos lately, including my first Masters of the Universe Masterverse video review of Battle Armor He-Man. So I am starting to branch out into other figure lines to start reviewing those as well because I do like He-Man, but I also like G.I. Joe. So I'm going to keep bringing you these. Of course, stay tuned. We've got the Cobra Viper 3-pack on the way. I'm looking forward to that and talking to you about it, maybe doing some comparison against this guy. But that's it for now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you later.